Hi everyone, welcome to my class today, still on financial instruments. First and foremost, I want to appreciate all my friends, my colleagues, my students, my lovers who watched the first lecture on this standard and who shared it, who liked it, who comments. I love those comments. In case you are coming across my channel for the first time, kindly subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button and turn up the notification bell so that when I upload the videos, you will have access to it exactly. Now, in my last class, okay, I talked about financial instruments out there. Now, as a way of recap, please. Financial instruments is a contract that gives rise to the financial assets of one party and financial liability or equity instrument of another party. Now, in that definition, there is a key word there, contract. So please, all contracts are not financial instruments, but all financial instruments are contracts. Okay. Now, for any contract to become financial instrument, it must give rise to the financial asset of one party and financial liability or equity instrument out there. Also, the classification of financial instrument as to whether it is a contract, as to whether it is what financial asset, okay, or liability or equity, depends on the question. For instance, now, okay, let's see, if ABC PLC, okay, issues redeemable bond, okay, for 5 years, and MTN Limited, out there, invest in this bond, out there. MTN is buying this bond. FVTOCI has issued a debt instrument to raise funds, but MTN has subscribed. Out there. Now, to MTN, it is what financial asset. Out there. Why? MTN again has the contractual right to receive cash flows, the annual interest, and the invested amount at the end of the 5th year. But to ABC PLC, who issued that bond to raise money, is what financial liability. Out there. So that is right. So that is how to understand if it is an asset or not. But if there is an obligation, okay, to pay back, then it is a financial liability. But if there is no obligation, it is what? An equity instrument. For instance, again, let's say Manco PLC issue equity instruments. Out there, that is shares, ordinary shares. Out there, and XYZ invest in these shares. Okay, now to XYZ, okay, in this case, okay, there is no financial obligation on Monaco PLC. Though to XYZ, it is what? Financial assets. Out there. But to Monaco is an equity instrument because there is no obligation on Monaco to repay back at a particular point. So that is how to decode, okay, any contract, whether it is a financial asset, liability, or equity instrument. So in my last video, I explained briefly financial asset, and I gave us few examples such as trade receivables, investment in equity, number 3, debt instrument, that is investment in debt instrument. And I dealt with investment in debt instrument in my last video. Okay, we took a question and we solved. Now, but In all my videos, okay, I will what dealing with equity and debt instrument as financial asset. Now, according to IFRS 9, I will financial asset is classified into three categories according to how they are measured. Okay. One, financial asset measured at amortized cost. Okay. Two, financial asset measured at fair value through OCI. Three, financial asset measured at fair value through P or L. Take note, please, carefully. This classification only applies to investment in debt instruments out there. But when we are talking about investment in equity, okay, it can be measured in two ways. One, at fair value through OCI. Two, at what fair value through P or L. So these two also what applies to only equity investment. So these are the ways to look at your financial asset. And I also said that the treatment of your financial asset will depends on the business model objective out there. Now, we are on investment in debt instruments. Remember, in my last class, I have solved a question on part one. This is part two. Okay? So, when will you keep a financial asset as amortized cost method? It's simple. Now, if the business model objective is to keep it to maturity, that is, you are investing in that asset, okay, for instance, in that bond, okay, to collect contractual cash flows, which includes your annual interest yearly and your principal, the amount you invested at the end of the year, okay. If that is the business model objective, then IFRS 9 says it will what done using what amortized cost method. Is that clear? Number two, if the business model objective, okay, is to collect contractual cash flows and also sell the asset along the line. For instance, you just see that there is a chance of investing in another asset with higher returns. Yes, you may sell the one you have now, okay, to invest in another asset. So if this is the business model objective, according to IFRS 9, it will be what measured at what fair value through OCI. But if the business model objective is to invest in that financial asset for trading purpose, that is to buy and sell. You are buying it now, you will sell it any moment soon. If that is your objective, it will what done at what fair value through P or L out there. Please take note that this one only apply to investment in debt instruments out there. So let's see this example to solve further and get more understanding of how to treat debt instruments. Now, on 1st of January 2000, Naira Marley Limited purchased a $100,000 5% bond for $95,000. This is what he paid, right? This is the bond nominal value, but this is what I am paying. This is what the fair value of the bond, the purchase price. Interest is received annually in arrears. That is, you get your interest at the end of the year. The bond will be redeemed at a premium of $5,960 over the nominal value on the 1st of January 2003. That is, the bond will be redeemed on this date. The effective rate of interest is 8% per annum. However, the interest you receive on that bond is what is measured using the effective rate of interest. Please take note. So this is what the rate of my annual income or interest on the bond, 8% per annum. The fair values of the bond was as follows. On 31st December 2000, the bond has $98,300 fair value. This is the market value of the bond on this day. On 201, it's worth this. On 202, it's worth this. Out there. Now required. Explain with calculations how the bond will be accounted for over all the relevant years if Naira Marley limited business model is to hold the bond until redemption. That is to keep the bond till maturity, but also sell them if investment with higher returns becomes available. Like I just said now, okay, if your business model objective is to buy the bond, okay, to collect interest annually, but you may also sell it, okay, to invest in another investment with higher returns. IFRS 9 says it will be measured at fair value FVTOCI. Now, let's solve now. But before I solve, okay, you need to understand basic fact about what fair value FVTOCI. Your annual interest we go to what? To your P or F, your income statement, okay? Annually, you are going to what? Fair value the what? The asset, okay? It will be what? It will be revalued to fair value to know what the market value of the asset is at the end of the year, because it is what done at fair value FVTOCI. So you will what? Compare the book value, okay, you get in your record, okay, and the fair value. So the fair value gain or loss will come to your OCI here, and in your SRFP it will what? Carry at fair value out there. Also, your transaction cost must be capitalized because it is what done through fair value and OCI. So let's start now. Solution. Let's just follow me. The bond should be measured at fair value through OCI. Because the business model objective is to keep the financial asset until redemption. Are you there? But may also sell it to invest in another financial asset with higher returns. Out there, okay? Since the business model is to keep it, okay, to collect cash flow, but they also sell it, therefore it was measured at fair value FVTOCI. Now, initial measurement. Here we are saying, what would be the initial value of the asset? Now, let's see. The bond has 100,000 naira, 5%, but you are paying what? $95,000, for the bond. So this is what? Your purchase price. Excuse me. Purchase price, $95,000. How much you are paying? Okay. Also, because it is what done at fair value through OCI, the standard says we should what capitalize the transaction cost of 2,000 naira. Do we have it here? No. Okay. Let's assume that again we say transaction cost. Okay, it's not here. However, if you add, you will add. So this is what the fair value of the what of the bond. However, so this is what I will now amortize. Okay, I will amortize. Now, we say amortization of financial assets. Here I have here balance. First of all, you have my interest income at what 8%, I mean, per annum. My cash received here at 10% per annum, and my balance carry forward average. So this is what the first, I mean, the initial value of the asset. Since there is no transaction cost here, okay, or let's just assume, okay, let's say transaction cost is $2,000. However, so that in case you have it in the question, is $2,000. Now I have 97 $. So this is what the initial value of the bond. So it is what amortized now. So for what? This year, and this year. For the first year, 2000, second year, 2001, third year, 2002. This is what I mean balance. See, 97 what I mean. Now, I will say 8% of this to get my what? My annual interest. Times $97,000. Here I have 7760. Okay. See, 7760. Okay. This is what my cash I receive. Please, your cash receipt is not coupon. Okay. That is, this is your annual interest. Okay. But this is what the cash we get from this yearly. So it is what it is always based on the nominal value. That is 10%. Is 10% of $100,000 is your coupon. $10 of $100 is what? I have what 10. I have a 10,000 what dollar. So excuse me, 10% sorry, is 5%. Okay, is 5%. Okay, so 5%, okay, times $100,000 is $5,000. However, your coupon is the amount of cash you receive annually from your annual interest. This is the interest you will get on the investment for year one, but what you will get as cash, okay, is the coupon, and so it is what 5% of the nominal value. You will save $5,000. However, so this was it now. 97,000 plus 7760 minus $5,000. Here you have 99760. This is the value, the carrying value of your financial asset at the end of the year one. So if you come here as year two opening balance, 99760. Then Also, what find your 8% on this for your second year interest income. Yeah, I have 7, 8. Sorry, I have 7981. Okay, your coupon is constant and also $5,000. So 99760 plus 7981 and on $5,000, I have 102741. This is what the carrying value of the financial asset, okay, at the end of the year 2. Now year 3, 102741. Okay, this is what the opening value, okay, the opening balance for year 3. So find your 8% of these two to know your interest for that year. Yeah, 8219. Okay, that's what your cash you receive at the coupon, $5,000. So this and was this 102741 and as $5,000. They have 105906 out there. So this is your amortization schedule. This is not your profit or loss as your annual income out there. This is what to your cash flow statement. Okay, out there. Now, this again goes to your statement of financial position for each year. But mind you, okay, the bond is what having fair values at the end of each year. Okay, so look at the fair value for year 1, for year 2, for year 3. So this cannot be the carrying value of the bond in the account. No, it will what fair value every year. Okay, fair value every year. Now, let us now measure the fair value gain or loss on the bond each year, because it is fair value every year according to IFRS 9. That is why you are having the fair value for each year. We say fair value measurement of fair value gain or loss on bond. Okay. Now, here we have year 2000, first year, 2001, year 2002, second year. 1,000 in dollar. Okay. Now, this one will help us to know, okay, the fair value gain or loss that will go to your OCI and to your equity there as reserve, because it is what measured at fair value. Now, you say the value, say fair value at beginning is what? 97,000 naira at beginning. $97,000 out there. Now, what is the income for that first year? This. And the interest, you say add interest income. Okay? At what? 8%. Out there is how much? 7760. Out there. Less cash received at what? 5%. $5,000 out there. So this now, okay, we must give what this is what 99760. So expected value at year end. Okay. Now you will now leave a line here. Okay, please. Okay. And 1 year, what is the fair value at the end here? 98,000. as what $300. We say fair value at the end of the year. At year end is what? $98,300. 98,000. Now, look at the fair value, 98. Look at the book for 97. If this is more than this, there is what? Fair value gain. But this is what? Less than this, okay, is what? Fair value was lost. So, of how much now? 99760 minus 98300. I'm having here 1460. You say fair value gain or fair value loss. Okay, this is loss now. This is what value of the bond at the end of the year one. This will serve as the opening balance here. Say 98300 out there. Okay, you won't use this anymore. Why? It is the value of fair value. So this is what the opening balance now for year two. Now, what is the interest for year two? 7981. 7981. Okay. What is the cash receipt? 5,000. Less 5,000. Out there. Now, what is now the expected value at the end of year two? 98,300 plus 7981 and plus 5,000. Out there. Can you give me 101,281? So, what is the fair value from the market for year two? Is $107,500. $107,500. Of course, this is more than this is called fair value gain. So, and was $107,500. Yeah, 6219 out there. This is what fair value gain for year two. Now, this is served as what only for year three. $107,500 out there. Now, year three now. What is the income for year three? 8219. 8219. Less the cash receipt is still 5,000. It's constant. So, what is the expected value now? Now, this plus this minus this. 107,500 plus 8219 minus 5,000. Out there. Here I have 110,719. Now, what is the figure now? At year three, is $115,000. This is the bond fair value for year three. I will say $115,000. So when this is more than this, it is worth fair value gain. But if not this loss. Now this now I have this. I have here 4281 is fair value gain. So this is out of what finding what fair value gain or loss on a bond. That is what measured at fair value FVTOCI. So this your income will go to your P or L. Year one is what? 7760. Year two 7981. Year three 8219. Out there. So my fair value gain or loss. This is lost. We don't come here 1460. Okay. In the OCI, year two is what gain 6219. Year three 4281. Out there. So this is what the value of the asset that will appear in your SOF in your balance sheet for each year. For year one is what? $98,300. Year two 107,500. Year three 115,000. Are we there? Now, in your equity section, fair value reserve on financial asset. You see, this will be a cumulative balance. Now, year one is what? This, I mean, 1460. How there? Now, year two will be what? This plus this. How there? Negative plus what? Plus what? Positive. That will be 6219. Okay, minus 1460. Then we have 4759 out there. So this now, okay, plus what? Plus this, plus 4281. Then we have 9040. This is how to account for investment in debt instrument at fair value through OCI. Exactly. Please find your amortized schedule first. Okay, this will help you to get your annual interest income that will come to your income statement and the closing balance. But this balance no longer appear in your balance sheet, your SYP, because you have a fair value due to what? Because the bonds are revalued yearly to the current market value, and that is why they must be carried at fair value. Please, should you have any question, okay, kindly comment, okay, in the comment section, okay. Help us share this video, like it, okay. Let us hear your comments so that we can improve on our next video production. Until I come away next time, this is Master Key Associate. Thank you. God bless you.